I am thinking of those strange moments when unexpectedly a kind of second sight like a deceptive memory seems suddenly to give us glimpses of many earlier lives we had suddenly learned to see. And we saw that there was nothing of their world left. We were all at once terribly alone, and alone we must see it through. We know only that in some strange and melancholy way we have become a waste land. All the same, we are not often sad. Through the years our business has been killing. It was our first calling in life. Our knowledge of life is limited to death. Then when I am sad and understand nothing anymore, I say to myself that it's better to die while you still want to live, than to die and want to die. Extraordinary creatures you young people are, altogether. The past you hate, the present you despise, and the future is a matter of indifference. How do you suppose that can lead to any good end? The train goes slowly. From time to time it stops, so that the dead can be taken off. It stops a lot. Life is a disease, and death begins already at birth. Every breath, every heartbeat, is a moment of dying, a little shove toward the end. Nothing is the mirror in which you see the world. It is too dangerous for me to put these things into words. I am afraid they might then become gigantic and I be no longer able to master them. Someone said to me once that a cigarette at the right moment is better than all the ideals in the world. It's no shame to be born stupid, only to die stupid. With blinded eyes I stared at the sky, this gray, endless sky of a crazy God, who had made life and death for his amusement. The idea of authority, which they represented, was associated in our minds with a greater insight and a more humane wisdom. I felt the first soft glow of intoxication that makes the blood warmer and spreads an illusion of adventure over uncertainty. Our thoughts are clay. They are molded with the changes of the days. When we are resting they are good. Under fire, they are dead. Fields of craters within and without. You take it from me, we are losing the war because we can salute too well. Everyone saves someone at least once. Just as he kills someone at least once, even though he may not know it. Our knowledge of life is limited to death. No soldier outlives 1,000 chances. But every soldier believes in chance and trusts his luck. With blinded eyes I stared at the sky, this gray, endless sky of a crazy God, who had made life and death for his amusement. Never do anything complicated when something simple will serve as well. It's one of the most important secrets of living. I want to think, and at the same time that's the last thing in the world I want to do. We have so much to say, and we shall never say it. It was a melancholy secret that reality can arouse desires but never satisfy them. Courage is the fairest adornment of youth. Modesty and conscientiousness receive their reward only in novels. In life they are exploited and then shoved aside. Sometimes I used to think that one day I should wake up, and all that had been would be over. Forgotten, sunk, drowned. Nothing was sure, not even memory. To forget is the secret of eternal youth. One grows old only through memory. There's much too little forgetting. That is the remarkable thing about drinking. It brings people together so quickly, but between night and morning it sets an interval again of years. I wandered through the streets thinking of all the things I might have said and might have done had I been other than I was. Strange how complicated we can make things just to avoid showing what we feel. You may turn into an archangel, a fool, or a criminal. No one will see it. But when a button is missing, everyone sees that. We are forlorn like children, and experienced like old men. We are crude and sorrowful and superficial. I believe we are lost. Keep things at arm's length. If you let anything come too near you want to hold on to it. And there is nothing a man can hold on to. We were all at once terribly alone, and alone we must see it through. It is very queer that the unhappiness of the world is so often brought on by small men. We have our dreams because without them we could not bear the truth. The best way to lose a woman was to show her a kind of life that one could offer her for only a few days. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. It's only terrible to have nothing to wait for.